Right, we're in the summer house today, just due to the fact that it's a little bit windy. Um, yeah, we're getting sort of gusts 30-35 mile per hour. So, but I've just been out and about and happened to pop in B&Q to just have as I was passing, just to have a look. And I thought we'd bit of document. We got a new eucalyptus. So many of you probably won't remember, or any new subscribers, I did buy one last year. Not the same type as this. I got a baby blue last year, which is a dwarf eucalyptus. This one is sort of similar. Let's get it down here in the light. So this is Eucalyptus Azura, and it's going to be a dwarf eucalyptus, fairly fast growing, as most eucalyptus are. This is a fairly new cultivar. It is supposed to be pretty hardy, and I've looked online and it says to minus 20 Celsius. On the tag here it does say actually hardy to minus 15, but either way we didn't get anywhere near that where I am. Well, let's talk about the baby blue first, which I brought last year. Well, that didn't survive the winter. It was a small, very small plug plant. I think I only paid about £8 for it, and it was literally maybe about 10 inches tall. So yeah, that is a good option, maybe when it's a bit bigger, a bit more hardy. But yeah, it didn't survive the winter, the baby blue. So this is the Eucalyptus Azura. Like I say, sort of a compact form of the gunny eye. Nice blue leaves, rounded. You can keep them smaller, clip them to keep the smaller sort of juvenile leaves. Like I say, pretty tough. It just makes a good variation from a lot of other foliage. You know, you've got a nice smell to it, obviously, as well. But yeah, just a nice overall sort of compact foliage with the blue tint, which, you know, next to a lot of sort of big bold foliages, it's good contrast. And like I say, it's going to be tough. And this, I nearly bought one a couple of months ago, similar size to this, and they're £18, and I sort of regretted not buying it. I have looked online. You can get them in various places, sort of online nurseries, and obviously eBay and even Amazon. You can get them, but they're very small pots, and they sort of vary in price between sort of £10 and £15 for a 9cm pot or a 3-inch pot. So pretty small. They're going to be really small plants. So I thought this was a good price anyway. So this is again B&Q, £9. It's in a sort of deep pot. The plant itself is a reasonable size. It's probably nearly 2 foot to the top there. So yeah, a good little starter. Should be pretty tough. We'll get it in the ground. I'm going to put it exactly the same place as where I had my baby blue, which didn't survive the winter, because I've got a lot of big leaf plants around it in terms of sort of bananas, cannas, and I've got some like palm grass. So there's a big gap there, which this will fill and give me really good contrast. Alright, so I mean, can't really say much more about it. I think in general it's a dwarf form, but again, sort of bit of conflicting information. Online it says between, so we say meters, between 3 or 4 meters in height. But looking at the tag on this one, yeah, so it's saying 5 meters, spread of about 2.5 meters. But again, if you get it to a size and sort of form shape you like, you can trim it and keep it at that size, or let it grow naturally. And these do, I've got a big Eucalyptus gunny eye, which I bought a couple of years ago, and that literally, you know, in a couple of years was 20 foot. So I did coppice that. They don't mind being chopped about. They're vigorous growers. You can't really, once the roots are established, I wouldn't say you can really do much to hurt them. You could cut them right down to the ground and they'll grow back. So they're tough plants in that sense. But it's just the, you know, just the transplant shock, if you like, which you can avoid by just keeping it well watered for the first sort of summer season until it roots in. And this shouldn't need any protection over winter. Like I say, hardy to -15 at least. Yeah, so that is Eucalyptus Azura, which, I mean, there is information on the back, but really that's not, it's just sort of generic information. You can pause and read it if you wish, but that's sort of just general information on their planting and sort of eucalyptus in general. It's not nothing specific to this actual cultivar, as it were. Right, so I think we'll leave it there. So let me know if you're growing this particular variety, or if you're growing a baby blue and you've had success with that. It does say actually on the tag, just to mention it, it does best in acidic soil, but it will tolerate neutral. So if you have got alkaline soil, then I probably would amend it slightly to give it a bit of acidity. Certainly help it settle in a bit faster. Yeah, so I'm not going to plant this today, it's a bit too windy and I've got other stuff to do, but I thought I'd do a quick video on it anyway. So that is that, and I'll get it in some point in the next week and keep it well watered. I mean, the ground is luckily quite moist since all the rain we've been having. It's not been particularly hot, so I shouldn't struggle too much. And once they are, you know, been in for a year or so, they are quite drought tolerant. They're really sort of tough, hardy plants in every sense of the word, not just cold hardy, but drought tolerant. And yeah, they'll take anything really that the UK should throw at it. Right, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching.